Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And so this is learning to read patterns. And I picked a pattern that we are going to do from the Crochet 101 that we've been learning out of. And I thought that I would read to you what the pattern says and then show you what to do with that, and I thought we could make these poofies, crocheted poofs. So, there's 3 different kinds, but we're going to make the small one. And we are using a number 6 yarn. So this is the Bernat blanket, and it's a number 6. The pattern says to use a P hook, which is a 10 millimeter. But I'm a very loose crocheter, and this one says that I should use a 8 millimeter. So I am going to use my 8 millimeter hook, which is an L hook, and that's what this is. This is one of my newer hooks. So anyway, I have some of this yarn left over from another spool that we're going to use up. And this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to make a small poof, and this is a 2-piece poof. So we're going to make one side, and then I think you have to make another side. Yeah, I think you have to make 2 of these. All right, so we have a we are going to it says to chain 2. So we're going to chain 2. And then in that second chain from the hook, you're going to put 11 single crochets in there. So there's 3, 4, 5. And I just want to keep pulling these around to make more room. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there you go. And you can kind of pull that, especially if you were on top of that, you could kind of pull that close a little bit. All right. So you will have a little bit of a hole in there, but that's okay. So that was round 1. So I guess we are, we're going to go to the very first single crochet we made and slip stitch into it. And we're going to chain 2. It says to chain 2. That counts as first double crochet, it says. So it says here, work 1 double crochet in same place as joining. So we'll put a double crochet in the same place as joining. Okay. And then it says, working through back loop only, work 2 double crochet in each of the single crochets. So that's interesting. We got to take this out because this is back loop only. And so because it says back loop, it tells me later on that it's back loop only. I'm going to go in this back loop and join. Okay, then chain 2. And then I'm going to put another double crochet in there. So now it says to put, working in back loop only, put 2 single crochet in each stitch around. But this doesn't make sense because we have 11. How many? 11 single crochet in here? Okay. So this is why you have to, you know, read a pattern through. What I'm going to do is we're going to start over. Because it says that we need to have 24 double crochets. That means we need 12 single crochets in that middle. And so the pattern is wrong, okay? And that happens sometimes. I don't know why it has me putting 11 in there. It makes no sense. So anyway, we're starting over and we're putting 12 single crochets in that second chain from the hook. So there's 3, 4, 5. And by the way, this is the first time I'm looking at this pattern. I have not even looked at it before I started doing this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in the back loop of this first one, we're going to slip stitch in there, chain 2, and put another double crochet in there. And now it says to do 2 double crochets using the back loop only in each of the 11 stitches, which you should have 24 stitches left after this. The one thing about the patterns at the end, I like the patterns that tell you exactly how many stitches you should have at the end. Which, when it said 24, then we should have had 12 stitches in that first round and not 11. So in the back loop only, we're putting 2 double crochets in there. In each one of these stitches. And that'll give us 24. All right. Now, let's count these and make sure, because this chain 2, remember, is a double crochet. It says it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, and so there's one more stitch that we haven't done yet, which is right here, and we got to put 2 in there. Now we have 24. And I'm going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. And there is row 2. And what it looks like. Okay. So row 3 then says to chain 2, working through back loop onlys, 2 double crochet in next double crochet, and double crochet in next double crochet. And so we're going to end up with 30, doing that, we're going to end up with 36 stitches. So let's chain 2, and we're still working in back loops only, and we're going to put 2 double crochet in the first one, and 1 double crochet in the next one. And then we're just going to complete, it says 2, and it actually tells you in brackets, I don't know if you can see it, but it shows you, this is round 3, in brackets, 2 double crochet and next double crochet and double crochet in next. That means you're going to repeat that all the way around. And at the end, it tells you you should have 36 double crochet. All right, so I did 2, 1, and then you need 2 in this one, right? And then we need 1 in the next. So what you're doing is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around. And that is your increasing. That means that we are increasing. These are increasing rounds. So did 2 in that one, and we're going to do 1 in the next. And then 2 in the next. And 1 in the next. And 2 in the next. And 1. So you're going to do that all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1. And there goes my birdie clock. All right. That one was a pretty birdie. I like the sound of that birdie. All right, here we go. All right, so we should have 36. So let's count this chain 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to slip stitch to the top of our chain 2. And there is the 3rd row. Successfully done. Okay, so our round. They're not rows, these are rounds. So then round 4, it says 2 chain 2, working through back loop only again. We are going to do 2 double crochet in the first double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet in the next 2, putting 1 in the next 2, and we're going to do that, and it's in brackets. So that means we're going to do that all the way around. And we should have 48 stitches at the end. So let's chain 2, and we're still using these back loops, and we're going to put a double crochet in with this chain 2 so that we have 2 double crochets in there. And now we are going to double crochet in the 1 double crochet in the next 2. So in the next 2 stitches. Now, as the pattern says, we're going to put 2 double crochet in the next. And then we're going to double crochet in the next 2. And 2 double crochet in the next. And we are still increasing. When you're putting 2 double crochet in 1 stitch, that is called an increase, and you are still increasing. We're still doing increasing rounds. Let's get some more yarn before we go any further here. Alright, so I've got 2 in that one. Now I need 1 in the next 2. I think I lost my yarn. Here we go. I thought this green variegated was really pretty. I thought it would make a pretty poofy. Alright, so we've got them. Okay, now we're going to put 2 in the next. And then 1 in the next 2. And 2 in the next. And then 1 in the next 2. Let's see, 1 in the next 2. Then 2 in the next. And 1 in the next 2. There we go. 2 in the next. 1 in the next 2. And so row 4 says that we should have 48 double crochets around when we're done. 48. So let's do 1 in the next. 2 in the next. 1 in the next 2. And then 2 in the next. And 1 in the next 2. And 2 in the next. And 1 in the next 2. And it should end up as 1 in the next 2 because your first one is 2 in 1. So you should always end up, that way. So let's count these and make sure we have 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We have 48, and that's what we're supposed to have. And at the top of my chain 2, I am going to slip stitch to join my round. And there we go. And that's what it looks like. So there's 4 rounds there. So now we have round 5. Round 5 says to chain 2, working through back loop only, 2 double crochet in next double crochet, and double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. And you are to do that all the way around. Right. So we should end up with 60 double crochets by the end of this. So it says to chain 2, we'll put a double crochet in the same one as our chain 2, so that we have 2 double crochets in there. And now we need to double crochet using the back loop only in our next 3 double crochets. So now we're going to increase after every 3. And now the next one is an increase. We're putting 2 double crochets in there. And now we need to put 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then do your increase, putting 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay. Then 1 double crochet in the next 3. And then 2 in the next one, doing our increase, and so forth. So I'm going to let you do this off camera, and I'm going to finish mine off camera. And I think you know what you're doing, that you can do this. So in other words, we're doing 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do an increase. Put 2 in the next one. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So, okay, I will see you back here in a few. Okay, so we are back, and at the end of that row 5, we did row 5, right? We should add 60. So make sure you count and make sure you have 60. I am not going to count because I'm going to assume that I do. So anyway, I slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, and row 6 is chain 2, it says, and it says working through back loop only, 2 double crochet and next double crochet, and then double crochet in the next 4. So we're still increasing, but this time we're increasing after every 4. So let's chain 2 and put a double crochet in with that chain 2 space. And like it says, back loops only, I need a double crochet and the next 4 stitches. And now we need to put 2 double crochet in the next after that. And then double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will double crochet, 2 double crochet in the next, and then double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and so forth. All the way around, you will be doing that. And at the end of round 6, you should have 72 stitches. So I am going to finish mine off camera, And I will be back at the end of this row to show you what to do next. We'll see you then. All right, so that is the end of row 6. And we're going to slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. Slip stitch at the top of this chain 2 to end that row. Okay. Okay, so round 7 is chain 2, working through back loops only. It says 2 double crochet in the next double crochet, and then double crochet in the next 5. So we are still in increasing, and so let's chain 2 and put a double crochet in there. So we have 2 double crochets in that. Now let's double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got to increase the next one, and that will be 2 double crochets in the same stitch, is what an increase means. So now you'll do 5 stitches and do your increase, 5 stitches and do your increase. So we are increasing after every 5 stitches this time. And at the end of row 7, we should have 84 double crochets. And then I'm going to do mine off camera, and I will meet you at the end of round 7 in a bit. See you then. Okay, so we are done with round 7, and we are going to slip stitch to the top of this chain 2 to end the round. And there we are. And it will go in like this because, you know, that's what pillows do. Anyway, that's supposed to be, that is right. So at the end of this round, you should have 84 stitches, and now it says that the next 2 rounds, we are going to chain 2, work a double crochet in each double crochet, and then join with a slip stitch to the chain 2. So we are sticking with the 84. We are done increasing. So here we go, chain 2, and then we're going to go into the next stitch and put a double crochet in every stitch. And it's not telling us to go in the it's not telling us to go in back loops only. So I'm guessing, although the picture shows that it is back loop only, sometimes you have to go by pictures. So I'm just going to continue doing the back loop only then. Even though it doesn't say that. And the pattern should say that. But, you know, sometimes you just got to go by pictures, and, you know, it's hard to. Some patterns are just not perfect, just so you know that. And some patterns can be wrong. And you just got to figure it out. So, anyway, in the next 2 rounds, which is 8 and 9, we are just going to double crochet all the way around it. And then slip stitch at the top of the chain 2. And I will meet you back here at the end of round 9. So we're doing 8 and 9 with just regular, no increases, just regular double crochets all the way around. And I will meet you back here then. All right, I am finishing up round 9, and I've had to add another yarn. So what I did is I tied them both together, and I'm just going to leave it like this and try to get this to end up inside the pillow so nobody will see it. So I don't want to cut that short because I do not want that coming apart. So here we go. I'm going to finish there. So now that'll end up, see, that's ending up inside. That worked out well. All right. And I'm finishing up this round, and we're going to go to the next one because I've got, this is the end of round 9. Also, this stitch right here, this smaller stitch, is a false stitch. So you don't do anything. You just skip over that one. And that worked out well. Okay, so now we're going to do round 10, and we're going to start decreasing rounds. Okay, so so in other words, we've done one side of the pillow, and the first 2 rounds was the outside edge of the pillow, and now we're going to decrease on the end to the inside of the pillow. So decreasing round 1 says 2 chain 2, double crochet in the next 4 double crochet, and then double crochet 1, decrease 1 double crochet. Okay, it would help if I read this. Okay, so here it is again. Chain 2, double crochet in the next 4 double crochet, and then we're going to decrease, and I will show you how to do that. DEC means to decrease. So 1 double crochet. Then we're going to double crochet in the next 5 double crochet all the way around. Okay, so, and we're still going to stay into the back loops. So what we're going to do is chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in the next 4. And the reason why we're doing the next 4 is because this chain 2, remember, is a double crochet. So that would be your 5, adding with that double crochet. All right, so we've double crocheted in the next 4, and now we're going to decrease the next 2 double crochet. Okay, and what I'm going to do is you're going to wrap your hook, and you're going to go into the back loop of the 1, and then you're going to go in the back loop of the 2. Bring your loop through both of those. Now you should have 3 on your loop, and you're going to make a double crochet like you normally would. That is an invisible double decrease. Okay, so let's do the next 5. So now we need to double crochet the next 5. 3, there's 3, 4, 5. So now you're going to decrease the next 2, because we're going to decrease after every 5, okay? So we're going to wrap our hook, and you're going to go into the back loop of the 1 and come around and go in the back loop of the, so you got 2 back loops on your hook. Bring it through those 2, and then you should have 3 on your hook. And then here we go. We just make a double crochet like we normally do. And that is an invisible decrease. So what are we going to do next is we're going to double crochet in the next 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's do an invisible decrease. Wrapping our hook, going into the back loop of the 1 stitch and the back loop of the other. So both back loop of each stitch is in there. Go through both of those And now here we go. We're going to do our double crochet. And there's another decrease. We're going to do that all the way around it. And I'm do mine off camera, and I'm going to let you finish yours off camera. So we will see you after this round. All right. So we are at the end of that round, and these decreasing rounds, you will end with a decrease, because we started out with the 5 double crochets, so you'll end with a decrease. And then you just to the top of the chain 2, slip stitch into there, and you are done with that row. Okay, so you should be at 72 stitches at this end of this decreasing row. So if you're counting your stitches, you should be at 72. Now, here's the next row. That was 10. This is 11. This says chain 2, double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochet. And then we are decreasing. So the reason why is we are going in the next 3. 1, 2, because of this chain 2. Because that chain 2 is a double crochet. It's counted. So we're going to go to the next 3. That will make us 4, counting that chain 2. Okay, that makes us 4. Now we're going to decrease the next 2. And we're still doing our decreases the way I'm doing that anyway. I wanted to show you. Let me show you another way of decreasing, but I like the invisible decrease because you can't see it. So you go through 1, and then you'll come into the another one, and then you'll have 4 stitches, and you'll go through all 4. It bunches up. See, it bunches up, and you can see that decrease, and there's a gap in between the stitches. So if you go to the next stitch, there's sort of like a gap. You could see this. So I would rather do that invisible decrease. I like the invisible decrease better. There we go. So now we are going to decrease after every 4 double crochet. So your next stitch is put a double crochet in the next 4 double crochets before you do your decrease. And then you do your decrease then. And do your double crochet. So with your 2 decreases. So after every 4, you're going to decrease. You do that all the way around, and I will see you at the end of this round. All right, so now we are going to do round 12. And we're going to chain 2. It says 2 chain 2, double crochet in the next 2 double crochet. And then it says to decrease 1 double crochet, and then double crochet in the next 3. So we are going to decrease after every 3 double crochets this time. So there's 1, and we are still working in the back loops. So there's 3, right? So we're going to do a decrease right here. And then we're going to double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then do a decrease. and then double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So we're going to decrease after every 3 stitches now. And we'll do that all the way around. So I didn't know if I told you at the end of the last round we should have been down to 60. And at the end of this round we would be down to 48 at the end of this round. So I will meet you back when I'm done with this round. See you then. Alright, so now we have one more decreasing round to do. It should be 48 stitches at the end of this round. Chain 2. It says to chain 2, decrease, double crochet, and the next double crochet, and then decrease, and then we're going to decrease after every 2. So we're going to double crochet in the next, double crochet, and then now we're going to decrease. Staying in the back loops. There we go. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then you're going to decrease. And then 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then do a decrease. One double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then do a decrease. Then we have a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And do a decrease. So and so forth all the way around. There's my decrease. Now I have to put 2 double crochets in, 1 in each stitch, 1 in each of the 2, and then to do a decrease. And then we should end the round with a decrease. And then you're going to join at the top of the chain 2 with a slip stitch. Alright, you should have 36 stitches. And it says to fasten off here. I like to fasten off with a big long thing, but this will be on the inside. And one good thing about when you're making pillows and stuff, you can just put everything on the inside and you can't see it. So you don't have to worry about sewing them in. Okay, so from here, what we have to do, I don't know if I don't think I told you that you are going to need a round pillow form with a diameter of 14 inches. So a 14 inch for this pillow that we just did. If you were going to make a medium, it would be 16 inches. If you're going to make a large, we're going to be 18 inches. But I think that for the next 2 weeks, that next week, we'll make the medium one. And then the week after that, we'll make the large one. And then that way, we'll have a whole set. So, this is the small one that we made this week. We're going to we need a pillow form, a 14-inch pillow form to put inside of here. Then you need to make this side of it yet. So with a, you'll go back and do 1 through 3. Go back to the video and do rounds 1 through 3 with me again. And that'll be, and then we'll sew, when we come back, we'll sew this together with the pillow form. So that's all we have to do is just rewind the video and do rounds 1 through 3. And I will get the pillow form and put in there. That looks really good. And then we'll sew it together. So when we come back, we'll have that done, and I will show you how to sew it together. And I will see you then. Alright, so welcome back. I could not find the round pillow forms. So I got a square one. And a square one will work just fine because the corners will just go in. So I wanted to show you that. I mean, it's still round, you know. So I said to do rows 1 through 3 to do the middle, this part here, and then we are going to sew this together. So yeah, we're going to leave a long enough leave a long strand for sewing. So we're going to bring that through. And then I have one of these yarn needles that's easier to put this in. See if I can get that in there. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and yeah, we're going to do back loops only. So this we're going to do back loop, go down in and up to the other stitch. We're going to kind of cinch this. And then on this other one, on the other side, you're going to go down in and up. And then we're going to go back to this side, and the next 2 stitches down in one and up the other. Now back to the other side and go to the stitch down in one and up the other. I'm just going to do that all the way around. Down in one, up the other. It'll cinch it shut as you go. Let's see. So down in one, you go to the next 2 stitches. And kind of pull it, not real tight, but tight enough. And we're going to do this all the way around. We're doing back loops only. So I don't think I told you that. We're going in the back loop, down in, and up the other. And we're just going in the back loops. Down in the back loop, and up the other. So down in and up, in and up. And then you just take turns going from side to side. So down in and up. What you doing, Pumpkin? Pumpkin's decided to see what's going on. Alright, down in and up. And there goes that clock again. Down in and up. Nope, down in and up. Went the wrong way. What are you doing? Huh? Did you come to help? All right. Make yourself comfortable there, Pumpkin. She doesn't even care that my scissors are in the way. I got needles and everything. Oh my goodness. So we're just going to do this all the way around. until this is cinched all shut. Let's see. Pumpkin's singing our favorite song. She's purring so loudly. Alright. We're almost around there. And this is the last one. And then on these last two right here, we're going to make a knot. So I just knot it right there. So there it is. There's our pillow. We'll make a knot, and then I'm going to send this to the inside right here. Cut this. There. All done. There's our pillow, or our poof. It's our crocheted poof. So there we go. That's all there is to that. So we will see you next week, and we'll make the medium one. And thank you for watching, and have a great day, and bye-bye now.